All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
The Wall Street Jesus in the house. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Ranchero.
Good morning. What's cracking?
You're like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. In trading, you just got to spend time to get your head out of your ass.
Show me your losses.
All right, we're open here, right? Yep. Away we go. More of a big picture signal as well. Sharpie, commercial hedgers in the futures market.
Ranchero, can you take a look at this and do some quick magic here for me on this?
So the upper end of the expected move is 419, and the 8 EMA lives at 418.11. Let them squeeze.
Take a look at Tesla here, guys. Tape is still looking real strong on Tesla. Somebody is taking out offers.
Ranchero, talk to us, man. You look pissed off. Let it go.
I fucking ate a loss on Netflix again. Bad timing on this shit.
Why do you call it Apache?
Lucci, how would you say it?
It's
Quick.
Apache.
What are you doing over there, bro? What a squeeze. I bought 120, selling 140 here.
Well, I am ready to flip. I'm ready to be wrong in the name of making money.
Coming out of some more spy puts.
Netflix, if they don't save this here, has floosh potential here. Oh, burn! Fucking burn. We'll catch you guys later.
Yo. Buenos
Good
dias.
morning.
Buenos dias. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Aaron. Moon Dev. Good morning, J Mac. What's up? One IV. Good morning. How is everybody doing this morning here? First thing here. First things first. We got to talk about that fucking AMD. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that AMD.
It's got room.
We got to talk about that AMD. I mean, it opens up at 180. We flagged it off the open as just buy it. It hits 182, and then you start to see the flow just kind of come in. And then we really started to see the flow come in after 183 and a half, 184. Once you saw that, it was 185s, 190s, 195s, even to close out the day. People are rolling out to April, May. Jesus, what was the summary, I guess, on the AMD action yesterday?
There was a lot of put selling. The end result, I saw a lot of put selling hit open interest. More put selling than actual call buying, believe it or not.
Wow.
But a lot of stuff was pushed out to next week. July's we saw. So by the end of the day, they pushed a lot of those weeklies out and closed down, took some profits and stuff that's expiring, obviously, today.
Yeah, when you say you saw a lot of the put selling, at what time did you see a lot of that come in?
No, a lot of the put selling, and that's the problem with put selling. It's really hard, clean put selling.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if they're just closing, people closing down protection.
Right.
But when you see them carry over to open interest the next day, it tells you a lot of those puts being sold they were opening positions, and they seem to sell. A lot of what I'm saying, a lot of this week. So they sold the 180s. It looks like 185s. They sold a lot of those puts that were sold end up sticking to open interest, where a lot of the calls were pushed out to next week and beyond.
Indeed. Good morning, John Smith. Good morning, Think. Brahmin. Good morning, Romeo. Alex Trifon. What's going on? Okay, so you have the AMD gap up, which is 6 fucking points, by the way, and AMD moving 6 points in general is fucking crazy. But again, in this type of market, it doesn't mean shit, and it's all these types of names here are seeing that type of action. Let's take a look at the Dell here. Dell headed for its biggest gain in 6 months after reported better than expected sales and profits, and they increased their guidance as well. And again, it's all apparently here, and I never understood this. To be honest, I was like, okay, Dell is the shittiest computer on the fucking planet. I was still kind of on that vibe here, but it's all servers here. So look at this. Dell shipped 800 million in AI optimized servers in the quarter. In remarks, blah, blah, blah. Like many in the industry, however, the business is being held back by the availability of advanced computer chips. Though we are seeing H100 lead times improving, and this is again referring to NVIDIA's chips here. So it's all part of the same play, so to speak. and again, I was just kind of still harping on the fact that this is a fucking computer company which makes shitty computers, but it is not that. Over here in the pre-market here, it traded at 4 o'clock at around 115 here. You're looking at 123 it hit already. I mean, this is huge. I mean, for the year here, this stock was trading 45 and is now trading up to 122 here. So again, could this thing follow through on a day like today? Again, this industry or this sector here is still hot. So pick your spots here if you're actually going to short some of this stuff. Let's pivot here to crypto. BTC trading 62. Last night it was just kind of volatile between 60 and 62. So you got a lot of up and down kind of spike movement here from 61 and change to 60, 2.5 to basically where we are here. If you come over here and take a look at some of the crypto stuff, specifically the coin and the MSTR, you'll see these things are just kind of consolidating here at their highs here. Not so much or not so lucky here for the Riot and the Mara and all this kind of stuff. I guess the Mara earnings weren't as great as everyone thought they were going to be. So you're not seeing the same type of action on the miners here. Another thing that I want to throw in here is the NYCB. All right, and this is the regional bank that had that had some of the issues here regarding some of their loans here. So let's take a look at this. NYCB stock plunge after the lender warned about material weakness in its loan review process, and supposedly they put aside like 500 mil to pay down some of this stuff. Yesterday's data hinted at an inflation uptick, blah blah blah. Even so, flurry of concerns here from the NYCB, and again they slashed their dividend. Stoke fears of another banking fiasco. I mean, again, this is all just them writing for effect here. Set aside more than 500 million to cover loan losses, and then they replaced their CEO, admitted to its material weakness, ranging from oversight and monitoring to risk assessment. I mean, again, is this just a one-off kind of thing? And they're able to kind of just patch this up. It's totally possible here. But you have that looming over things. And by the way, it's another reason why some of these banks can't get going. But again, if you look at some of the larger banks, Wells Fargo, Citi, and all this kind of stuff, they're trading pretty well, relatively speaking. You're not getting those breakouts. Goldman Sachs had an interesting seller yesterday, which I can't quite explain. You got oil here up decent this morning, but again, it's very choppy. And one of the only names here that is really performing well is the CNQ. I don't know if we've seen any flow on it yet. Jesus can speak to that a little bit later. And besides that, what else do we have? We got an Eli Lilly gap up, but again, that's Ozempic here. So we know that trade here is looking pretty good. And then other than that, I think you got the ZS here came out with earnings. This is the Z-Scaler. What is Z-Scaler anyway? I still don't know what the fuck this is. Let's take a look at
cybersecurity.
This is cybersecurity. Okay, so we got ZCL slides despite topping earnings expectations. So interesting action in the cybersecurity stuff, and then of course semiconductors. And again, that's where most of the juice is. That's where most of the action is. Let's kick it over to Wall Street Jesus for some noteworthy activity.
A couple of points that I don't know. I tagged you. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see the fat news? Over 1 billion people are obese or some shit. Did you read that I sent you?
I didn't read it. Post it again so I can see
I'm
it.
looking for it. I'm looking for it now. Where the hell?
That's 1/8. That's 1/8 of the whole population.
That's what I was just about to say.
Of the world.
So oh, here it is. It's right here.
Post that shit. I gotta see that.
And I'll post the whole thing for you later. All right, just threw it in the Steamroom so you could take a peek at that. Oop. Another thing on the chip space, it seems like this Dell news and blowout quarters spilling over into some of these chip plays. AMD on the move again. Keep an eye on Marvell, MRVL. Broke out of a recent range. There's been a ton of action in this thing all year, going back to late last year. They report, was it next week? They report in a week or so. So you might get a run up into the quarter now that there's some momentum there. And this is kind of, on the Dell theme of things, this is kind of what we've been talking about for a bit now. It's not just these the Nvidias of the world. This AI theme is starting to spread outside of the obvious names, right? It was so concentrated initially. Now you're seeing names like Dell, names in other sectors outside of tech infrastructure plays. So that's been really constructive in the market, and we continue to see that. And to Lucci's point on the financials, they're sticking still with that quality theme. You look at a JP Morgan, Luch. Have you looked at that stock lately? I don't
Yeah,
know
man.
if you
Yeah,
realize
man.
where JP Morgan is right now.
Yeah.
Pull up a
Fucking
chart
wild,
on
man.
that thing. Looks
Yeah.
completely different than the rest of them. And like
Yeah.
you said, Wells Fargo's acting better. So they started dipping their beak into some of the quality names in the financial sector. But a lot of these, regional banks are still have headaches. Going to the point that the Fed is more than likely they need to cut rates to solve this problem. And with inflation getting a little sticky, it's going to get tricky. So but
Mm.
that's all I got this morning. Again, keep an eye on a few names off that Dell blowout quarter. You probably see some momentum there.
Reading this thing that you posted, over 1 billion people worldwide living with obesity, and then if you read into it, and then it also, because I'm like, okay, what's the difference between obesity and then overweight, right? Obesity is when you have a fucking disease and it's all this other shit. Overweight, the data also shows that 43% of adults were overweight in 2022. What's the threshold or whatever? What considers if you are overweight? I mean, because so you have a certain height, right? And that you should only be X, Y, and Z weight, and that's is that the threshold?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
anything over
they
that,
have some. I guess. Where do they get it from? World Health Organization? Is that where it comes from?
well, let's just look at it this way: Are you overweight, Jesus?
I think I'm overweight. Yeah.
Ron Cheryl, are you overweight?
No,
That sounded like a pretty weak no, right there.
no, I mean, I know for sure I am not. I'm the same fucking weight I was when I was a senior in high school.
I think I'm overweight. I mean, I weigh $145. I definitely
How
got
tall
some.
are you?
I'm 5'4", and I weigh $145.
No, I think you're in the zone. Have you
I
done
don't
a
know what
beat?
the zone is. What's the zone? I mean, the zone is it goes by height too, right? So who
Well,
knows?
what's your BMI?
What's your BMI exactly? So check
What's
it
my
out.
what?
He don't know what the fuck that
I
is.
know.
Are
He
you
don't
kidding
know
me
what
right
the
now?
fuck that is. A BMI is your body mass index. Over
Yeah. Hold on.
25 is considered overweight, and over 30 is obese. So that's what we're talking about. Overweight is BMI over 25, and obese over 30. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, my BMI is I don't fit in the pants I wore 5 years ago, and I fucking had to go buy new
Yeah,
pants.
man, you're
Right?
fucking fluffy. Let's get your
So
BMI down.
that's my BMI, huh?
All right. I mean, according to the data here, we're all fucking fat asses. I mean, that to me is what's going on here. All right, guys, go ahead and send us what you guys are taking a look at here this morning. Ronchero, what are you looking at this morning?
So God, there's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's interesting too because some of the guys in the steam room, Lucci, need a slap from you. There's a lot of emotion running around inside the room right now.
On?
Well, I mean, here's the thing: if you're gonna play earnings, you have to understand you can't complain about what result you get because it is a fucking coin toss, right? So if you're playing earnings, just accept that you're either playing what you can afford to lose and you accept what you get, or don't play the earnings. Like it's very simple. So I'm starting to get a little tired of the whole I'm surprised at this or I'm surprised at that. Like we already know this. Fucking grow up. Let's go. Come on. Like stop the complaining with the earnings. We have so many stocks that are doing so well. There's so much optimism and so many moves. Are they a little overdone? In some of the cases they are, but stop doing the whole fucking oh my gosh stuff. Roll your trades, manage your trades, book the profits. Fucking go get that Porsche, whatever the fuck it is. Get your BMI back down so that you're not a fucking fat ass anymore, right? Like
there you go.
Let's just fucking focus in and stop with the fucking crazy emotion. Everybody's got emotion, but don't let it fucking boil over. And if it does, have your moment and calm the fuck down.
It is Friday, so we got Friday fun day out here. John Smith's talking about he thinks we pop hard. I think we go to 510 on SPY, and then if you look at Nvidia and SMCI, they're after looking at AMD here, you might get a rotation into those two names, and then you might get a fucking huge move up on those two names. So that could be interesting as well. But I like SPY to go to 510, and then we just got to figure out which names they're buying here. Particular day. Meta, if you look at Meta, looks like it wants to break out. It kind of looks similar to Netflix, to be quite honest. So it's a tougher it's a tougher kind of play. You got to see if you got some momentum here. So I'd wait and see if you get some flow. Other than that, we got 1 minute here to the open. Cloud here saying Ranchero is like the wise dad that tells you what you do not want to hear. It hurts. That's our boy. That's why he's also
I don't want to hear that.
one of the teachers here as well. So I'm going to look at SMCI and the NVIDIA here off the open and see what we got here. NVIDIA 820 calls are going for $1. It's kind of a lotto ticket out there. Let's take a look at the tape. We also want to take a look at this AMD here to see if we get any pullbacks, and maybe
Dell is a gap and go. They're after that, man. Wow. Very nice.
Dell 129.
Very
129
nice.
on the Dell. Very impressive
nice.
here. Nice quick dump here. AMD off the open.
Chasers.
Morning, Diego. You got a move here on SPY to, those fresh highs. We're already up the 10 handles here. So 510 looks like a fucking shoe-in. Looks like a fucking shoe-in. And let's see what we got. 197 on the NVIDIA, the AMD. And AMD 195 puts are going for $160, $170. If you take a look at XOM, remember, because of the oil move, you got an XOM popped off the open. This looks interesting here. This looks very interesting. And again, I've been hating trading this fucking name. They already shook me out of it.
Hey, peep the NYCB.
Yeah. SMCI is running a little bit here. NYCB. Oh, man, it looks bad. XOM, if you take a look at this one.
You got some action in shop, same day expos.
Mm-hmm.
PLPR, there's some chatter that they're getting added again to the S&P 500 out there. So seeing some action again.
Amazon on D2.
Shop and Melly are very interesting. Shop at the high end of the range here. And again, we were talking about that Melly Lotto ticket. It still is a Lotto ticket, though. So treat it as such. Got a nice pop here on AMD. SMCI here is trading at 892.
I don't think Micron is flat. Who just said Micron's flat?
Holy shit. Micron hit 93. Okay, so this is where some of the juice is going. Kelly Bet Police in the chat had a big position, I think, on MU from yesterday here. Sold out, looks like at 92.5. Nice trade there. He's saying MU flat because he got out of it. MU is at fresh highs. Remember, this was the swing trade that we were talking about there, too. You just had to sit in it, which means, again, much easier to fucking swing than it is to scalp here. AMD running back to highs. NVIDIA here looks good. I like these names, man. I like these names. NVIDIA 820s going for buck and chain. So you're getting them for pretty cheap here, too.
In a good sector.
I like that stuff to keep going here.
Wow, they're really keep piling on the NYCB here.
On the downside? Poor thing.
Jay, the other one that I'm surprised at is the Riley Financial, RILY. I'm a little surprised they haven't opened it down further with a delayed 10K. That's trouble, right?
Yeah, I thought so too.
I mean, they've got 2 weeks to file, and if they don't, that's a real problem, isn't it?
Yep. I mean, where's the stock now? Did they open it? Oh,
it's open. It's 1540.
Yeah, I thought this thing would open under 10, but
I thought so too.
Guys, AMD is almost at $200 here.
Piping hot.
Big fucking deal here.
I won't be surprised to see AMD at like 220, 230 next week. It really won't.
Nvidia just got punked out there.
You got WDC that's also, it caught the action, played it yesterday off action. Similar to Micron, moves with Micron, Western Digital. Having a nice pop up deal.
Yep.
WDC up 3 and change here.
Yep. Off-brand semis.
That caught nice action yesterday, right, Jay? You kept calling it out.
Yeah, real nice action. A few of the regional banks and the ETF seeing some early put action.
Where's the down arrow? 2 months. Silver's, what are you talking about? What is SG? Sweet Green. That's having a nice day.
SG, I don't remember. I saw that name.
Sweet
it's a
Green?
recent IPO.
Yeah, Sweet
Like
Green
food
is
or some shit.
it's the kind of Chipotle model.
Oh, I see. It's a restaurant. Okay.
Yeah. Fucking the CVX, or sorry, the XOM, and some of the energy stocks. Do we have some flow anywhere on any of the energy stocks here?
Not really. Hess, HES.
Yeah, check out COP, ConocoPhillips here, Hess. I mean, you could get a nice rotation there today. I couldn't stick it out on these things. They shook me out, bastards. But it does look pretty interesting. You got a flop here on Nvidia, so anybody who bought those highs here got caught.
Well, it's Friday fuckery, right? So if you're not scalping, you got to think about, can I find dips to set me up for the next week or two?
Sure.
In my humble opinion.
All right, yeah, so you got a bit of a spy flop here. Could use it here to get in on some dips for some names that you're currently paying attention to.
Jesus, look at the GCT.
Yeah, that caught action yesterday.
Oh, man. Look at the Broadcom, Luch.
Jesus, Avgo. Avgo, huh?
That's what makes some of these difficult. You have to, like you say, be in the pocket and hanging around if you're going to catch them at all.
Hanging around.
NTAP is strong this morning. Gap and go. Got your Dell pulling in a little bit.
No, 123. That was a nice quick stab short there.
Those housing guys yesterday were looking good. Toll Brothers is looking good this morning. Lennar had a nice day yesterday.
Lennar, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Fucking home builders. So the SMCI punked out there too, so couldn't. So that idea kind of punked out here for now. AMD is still pretty strong here. I don't know. You might be able to get a 195 handle on this thing. It's still risky though. It's risky. You got to shoot and then keep it tight. Keep the wrist tight. If you take a look at banks here, they're pretty just soft, not doing much. That NYCB obviously is not helping the picture. Let's take a look
Here's
back at the shop.
the AI infrastructure play we've been talking about, ETN Seeing some buying April's.
ETN.
Elliot, Tom, Nancy.
ETN. By the way, Elon Musk said he's going to sue Sam, whatever the hell his name is, the CEO of AI. And then the stock here actually kind of punked out off this.
Why is he mad?
Open here, I don't know. He's saying that he lost his way, kind of thing, and he's now doing this shit for money. I don't know what the actual lawsuit is. Let's see what it is. Musk sues OpenAI for abandoning original mission for profit. You can sue somebody for that shit?
You can sue somebody for any shit these days.
So saying they abandoned the startup's original mission to develop AI for the benefit of humanity and not for profit. The lawsuit puts the billionaire at longer, blah, 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 as he co-founders now face. Musk alleged a breach of contract, saying Altman and co-founder originally approached him to make an open source nonprofit company, but the startup established is now focused on making money. Damn, son. Fighting the good fight out here. Take a look at the OKTA. Remember, we were talking about this name for a swing, because it's changed its sort of direction here. I like the OKTA a lot, actually. You got small pops here on the SMCI and all this shit. ENPH was a name that, had some flow on it yesterday. Somebody was buying those 140s out to next week. This is interesting. That PLTR, it's still leaning on that high resistance there. AMD looks like you got some call flow here for the 200 calls. And that's for today. SPY here looking a little soft. We are green still. We are green about 7 handles. Remember, yesterday we gapped up huge and went negative and then came all the way back. I think you see a lot of that similar type of action. By the way, the Meta. Anybody looking at the Meta here? Meta was the run off the open. Meta actually was the one to go for. This was where you got the rotation. Take a look at the Meta here. You might see a 500 handle on the Meta here. Let's see what they're doing if they're buying some of those calls here. 500s, 175. You got 23,000 contracts traded here. And holy shit. I don't think you can buy it up here now, though.
Yeah, it's Meta. Every day there's some call activity in it.
C-Train asks a good question. When can AMD get added to the GEX tool? We can't add it. There's no data feed for it. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
Too bad.
That is a bummer. If you can get a decent Meta dump, maybe you can grab that for a quick trade here. Yeah, I'd keep an eye on that Meta.
Gex Rays got it. All right. 2 Sigma up is 499.38. You got within what, a couple of cents of that? And then major resistance at 500. So just a heads up. That might be your spot. Kelly shorting Marvell here. It's not the worst idea. After a pop like that.
HIMX, I remember that thing. What the hell is that? Solar?
Guys in the room calling me out for being emotional about the analyst yesterday. I will own that. I've never done that before, by the way, publicly gone after somebody. I was more of a just a, hey, look, here's a blatant violation of everybody's freaking common sense, and here's the manipulation. Call it out, show it for what it is, and move on. I'm over it. I was fired up yesterday about that guy, though, for sure. Look at the Goldman. Nothing.
Micron is at 94.5, man. Huge breakout on the fucking Micron here. Huge breakout on the fucking Micron here.
Kelly, Micron is no longer flat.
You know, that's a big fucking move there.
What's Intel doing then? Let's take a look. Nothing.
COP. Some of these energy names still continuing here. COP looking pretty nice. CNQ. Look at the CNQ. Fucking damn.
Yeah, that's been strong, I think, right? For a while, CNQ.
Yeah. John Smith's talking about Lucci, that AMD pennant. Oh, you got another triangle formation over there? Oh, word. Oh. Got another dirty triangle formation over here.
Dirty. It's dirty.
Meta noticed the holding at highs. This one I like. I like it. You know, Nvidia still looks super strong. SMCI is climbing back here too.
Oh, Jonathan, nice work, dude. Hey, did you guys listen to the interview with Smitty yet?
I haven't actually listened to it yet. Charlie put it out. I haven't listened to it yet.
Wow, dude. Smitty, like, much respect. This dude comes from sweeping the floors, blowing up a couple of accounts, and he's managing big fucking money now.
Amazing.
Nice.
Fucking amazing. I mean, once I saw the by the way, the Eli, take a look at old Zempic here. Take a look at old Zempic.
Yeah,
Hey,
Eli Lilly
just
posted a sweep there.
Look at those NVIDIAs.
You got Taiwan Semi, another name, called a nice sweep yesterday. TSM, some more flow there.
Are you guys seeing that?
Yeah, I see the Nvidia's $6 million here, 8/10s for May. What are they paying in premium? That shit must be $30-$40 there. Lilly price target raised to $1,000. Oh my god. A Eager saying, Lucci, did you see they made a new Ozempic show on Hulu? Bro, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Send me.
Senga.
Send me.
Jesus, the TSM's getting lit up, huh?
It's called the Skinny Confessions? Get the fuck out of here. No.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at this, yo. Oh, y'all gotta see this shit.
What are we looking at?
The Skinny Confessions. Hulu Originals after Ozempic. So it's called the Skinny Confessions after Ozempic.
Is it going to be depressing? Because I don't want to watch it if it's going to be a bunch of people crying.
Give me the fucking flexible. Okay, here we go. People all over are shedding pounds with drugs like Ozempic, but it has some surprising effects. For some couples, steamy romance, but others divorce. And reality star Heather Gay talks her weight loss and why she's done with the body positivity movement.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Oh Shit. Yo, get me a motherfucking show out here, bro.
I think you would be good on a show, Lucci.
Get me a fucking show out here, bro. AMD, you got a flop here. The calls here probably getting hit here. By the way, the meta, if you take a look at the meta here, there was your dip buy opportunity here, and now it's trading 500. That was your scalp. That was your scalp. That was a nice one. That was a nice one indeed. Check back in. Let's just do a little walk around the club here. Shop and the Melly, they still can't come through, overcome resistance there. Take a look at that AMD. Kind of choppy for the most part. I don't know if you can get a 200 call on this thing, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see what's up there. And then SMCI and the NVIDIA here, they're starting to climb back here. But again, you don't really see the umph. And again, it's we're seeing some guy just plop down, what, $6-7 million for May 8/10s here? You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, people are betting that this thing is going to go to $1,000 here. Let's take a look at the coin names and the crypto names, because you can see they're here. They're just kind of stalling out, not really doing much. Coinbase has got a new range, 195 to about 205. So you're not really getting much there. Let's take a look at these Mag 7 names here. Google not doing shit. Apple not doing shit. It actually is down. Apple here down a point as this thing continues to trade pretty weakly. The tape is just very difficult here. Amazon, meanwhile, is at the highs, and Meta is at high. So you got these two names bucking the trend here. If you take a look at Microsoft here, also not trading that poorly. Netflix here is trading at 605. Again, you know, it's a swing. It's a fucking swing here. Let's take a look at MasterCard and Visa here. Still looking pretty good. Dell here from the open has retraced considerably. I mean, it hit fucking 131 off the open. Now just plug 118 here. So that was a nice fade. Let's take a look at oil here. Oil here kind of just stalling here after the gap up here, and most names are doing the same thing. CNQ being the strongest one out of the pack here. COP also as well. If you look at banks here, they look like shit. Let's take a look at NYCB. Piece of shit. And that's it. That's all I got here. AAL is saying, so they are finally abandoning the body positivity movement just as a lifelong weight loss medication hits the mainstream. Yo, great observation right there, AAL. Great observation right there. Yo, you know what?
American Airlines?
Nah, he is just AAL or whatever. I'm going to steal that and make it a tweet right there. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, you're not going to get any credit, and the tweet will be pushed out as if it was written by myself. You know, but you know, it is what it is. It's part of the disclaimer when you get up in here. Long NVIDIA. John Smith is long NVIDIA. Thanks for the call out here. Let's watch this and keep an eye on NVIDIA options here. If you take a look at the calls, NVIDIA calls for the weeklies here, 810s. I mean, the 820s are still super cheap. You're getting them for about $1. Actually, you're getting them for way cheaper here. They were $1 here. Now they're trading about 50 cents here. So the premium just went to shit. So now might be the time here. 810s, you're getting these for about $2 here. So keep an eye on that NVIDIA.
I think you need some time on NVIDIA. If you look at the daily, the you know, it's kind of telling you that it's just needs a little bit of a breath. And if you give it some space, it's probably going to be okay. But to scalp it here on this, that might be a very difficult task. The Netflix is very difficult to trade without time. But if you just sit there in it and ignore the little up and down 15-point moves on the daily, which is difficult to do, I think this thing continues to creep higher. Which means you need a good entry.
Yeah, a lot of repeat names this morning into strength.
Some guys talking about, John Smith talking about AMD. That's what you thought about AMD yesterday, but that's part of, you don't know what day it's going to pick to, scoot like AM did yesterday. You don't know what day it's going to happen, which is why in a consolidation period, you have to just continue to give yourself time. And on the day that it finally does go is when you manage your trade. That's why this game is difficult. It's not, if it was as easy as just show up and get your money, everybody'd do it. By the way, Lucci, question for you. What do you, this whole, I'm not going to get caught up in the whole body image thing now. Like that's never going away, right?
Yeah, never.
It's never going away.
Yeah, I agree. NVIDIA here, for the most part, just looks kind of meh. These names just look like they're consolidating. You're gonna need to see some flow here. Somebody just took a stab at some AMD puts here. It's a stab though. And look at these Micron. Look at these Micron rolls. Check this Micron roll. 130 Mays. 130 Mays. 130 Mays. As soon as Meta broke 500, you had some call sweepers there and then pulled back. If you like those call sweepers on the 500s, but that's for today. You could dip by this here on the Meta here, guys. You could dip by this here. It actually doesn't look like that bad of an idea. You got consumer sentiment coming out in 4 minutes, so let's wait around for that. SPY here is just looking kind of meh. Yeah, let's wait for the ISM to come out here. But that you think it was because of the show that Eli Lilly is popping?
Or maybe that who write up too, fat people.
Oh my God, man! My God, what is the world coming to? John Smith is saying MU long against 93. Yeah, if you can get a pullback there, I like the swing there too. Jesus, anything else interesting popping up on that?
I mean, just a lot of names that we've been seeing. I mean, some of the names looked a lot better yesterday. You had Western Digital, TSM, all off little digestive periods. Now you're chasing them, and you're a little late to the party. Not that you can't make money, but you need to deal with fades and everything else that comes along with it.
Sure.
This Micron, I just posted the chart. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw this thing catch some real action back around 80, which
Yeah.
is last
Yeah.
week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this thing's 95, 94, wherever it is. So
Simon is saying, Lucci, do I use Bookmap? No, I don't use Bookmap.
Bookmap is the believe it or not, I had one of those things. Not Bookmap. There's another one too, right? That's popular.
Maybe.
I had that for a period of time. You never used it, Luch?
I mean, I did. There was a bunch of people at the office that were using it at the same time, and we all
it's a data hog. Like you need your own standalone CPU, or it's not going to work.
100% data hog. That's actually why I stopped using it.
Me too.
Let's take a look at this this NVIDIA here, rubbing up on resistance again, 803. Get a program up, but we'll see what happens here. John Smith is saying clearly Tesla is stuck in the channel now. Yeah, man, you gotta wait on that shit.
You got the casinos, the China-related casinos getting hit over the head today off those Macau numbers.
Yeah, I forgot to. You remember those call sweepers that we saw into the afternoon on LVS and Win?
Believe it or not, they were risk reversals. Risk reversals.
Oh
into the number.
man.
Oh, so they were double long johns here. So they got
Wow.
fucking double banged
Yep,
here.
they're getting hosed.
So they're in some trouble there.
Fucking
The
damn.
info they got was wrong.
This is the issue with these names. You got China involved. You understand? Those Macau numbers are it. It's got nothing to do with the casinos in Vegas.
You know, it's important to bring up. It's important to bring up a very interesting point that when you do see options flow and you guys are out there using options data and all this kind of stuff, at the end of the day, remember, it ain't none of this shit is set in stone here. You know, everything at the end of the day,
they're betting just like we're betting. I mean,
they're betting. They're out there betting. You know, they're active bets here. Nvidia here looks half decent. Meta here, nice dip by. Program up on the ISM number. Program up on the ISM number. And by the way, we hit 510 off that program here. I like this for a dip buy. I mean, look, they're already retracing it.
75.2, lower than expected. 1 year ahead inflation at 3% in line, and 5 to 10 year inflation seen at 2.9% in line.
I'd start dip buying the shit out of everything here in reality, as long as this thing holds. The Nvidia here, you're trading 803 here. Not really clean action per se. Take profits just went long. TSM calls for April. A lot of them. Nice. Thanks for letting us know. Meta here. Somebody bought next week 510s. I like that trade, actually. I really like that trade.
Just seeing a correction that come across the wires for construction spending is actually minus 0.2% month on month. It was initially reported 0.9%, but it's actually declining 0.2%.
Those are cheap. Shop is a decent spot. You would like to see some real buying come in. It's been all cheap ass same day expo crap so far. You catch a real bet there. Anybody who's interested in a name.
Wow.
John Smith was saying he sold half of the Nvidia here.
Seeing if we see any action in Zscaler into the selling. Nothing really there yet. Looks like maybe a little put selling.
Pressure on the whole group.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, for that, huh?
Are you still in your Pan W's?
Yeah.
Roll, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna. It's if as long as Nancy's in there, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I got a little more cart. That was my best play yesterday. I had a real nice move, that Instacart. A lot of action there. All of it stuck to open interest.
Yeah, that was Jay. That there were days of them building.
Yeah. I played this thing a few times, day trading it. You got April's here adding on in that cart.
Ellie Bet is shorting Tesla for day trade. Somebody's calling out CRM. Take a look at the CRM. Jesus Christ, man.
That's been a beast too.
Jesus. NYCB starting to find some dip buyers here on that NYCB. I don't know if anybody's interested on that. I'm
You go first.
not particularly interested here. That AMD guys, $200. Here it is. They have to shake everybody out first, though. 200 bones. I wonder if you guys go back to that AMD 200 buyer that we saw in the morning. I wonder if he's actually up any money. You got a spy flop here. Anonymous is saying there's a lot of gaps in orders causing some weird wicks. Just bought the book up to 51.19 and slapped it back down in seconds. Yeah. John Smith's talking about Apple, and that it's about to get hit, probably.
Apple Goldman threw it out of its conviction buy list.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Pobrecito. I think you get a lot. I think you get a lot of chop type activity, and I think today is a perfect example of a writing sort of day. Plus, you get Friday here as well. Take a look at that TSM though. TSM, it's some of these other semi names here, the off-brand ones, the Microns, the TSMs, and then you have an SE is into that gap here. So SE is very interesting, and Jesus, you're saying we've been seeing flow on that SE for a while now.
Yeah, a good amount of it for a while now.
Look at these two tack on TSMs.
Yeah, take a look at the TSM
and
here.
Here's the example I'm saying. Like yesterday, look at where it was yesterday. You had a little digestion there where the stock kind of got quiet, flow got quiet, and then you get a good looking sweep yesterday. If you're interested, you got a decent spot for a quick trade. As opposed to chasing these things, thinking they're all going to do an AMD, which is not likely.
Let's check it.
Rambus, that's another chip play, has been a laggard because they missed their earnings. RMBS, make calls here, catching the nibble.
I mean, if anybody can pick up the slack in terms of supply for these semis, and they're somewhat fucking decent here, that's enough to bid all these things up, man.
It's kind of like just pick a biotech and go, right?
Yeah.
It's not like the whole friggin' you need the NVIDIAs here at this moment in time, especially if the technology is going to catch up. Similar to Ozempic, man. If you're going to inject yourself, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be Ozempic, or it could be, as you said, the biotech stuff.
AMD bulls.
Or it could be the Sang Lucci version, over the counter, baby. Over the counter, you don't know what you're going to get.
They were warning about you. There was a warning from the FDA yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. I'm out here calling my shit blue magic out here, man.
Blue magic. That's classic. Blue magic. Action slowing up here a little bit. Google, it's a little more put action. Nothing crazy, but a little put action coming in.
AMD just took off, man. Took off. This one's special.
Sure.
As Goolsby says, housing inflation is the thing that's really been weird. Goolsby speaking live on CNBC. Goolsby says we need to keep an eye on that, the housing inflation.
That LRCX ripping, all those chip stocks. ASML, the other stud.
All right, here SMCI running.
Data for
I think
January.
now that Nvidia's gone now. Nice call out, John Smith. I think this is just starting here, though. So you're going to be able to get some nice upside on this. And now they're going to take this up here. 810s on the Nvidia here now are probably considerably higher. We were looking at them at about $2. I bet they almost doubled here. Almost doubled here on the Nvidia here. Nice move. And those AMD trading 201 and going higher.
Going higher.
And going higher, folks.
SMH. We saw some buying in SMH and Soxel as well yesterday. SMH June 240s here. Repeat sweep.
Come here.
If you get a dip on that Nvidia here, pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. For sure. Meta here trading 501 too, guys. So Meta here also looking good. Remember, they're buying the 510s here for next week. This looks like you're going to get some follow through here as well. That Netflix here, 608. Again, same shit. You guys know the deal. You guys know the deal. SPY almost at 510. SPY hit 510. So, this looks fine. All this shit looks fine.
What are you doing?
To continue and go higher.
Why is it locked? For the love of Christ.
Micron here, 95. 95 handle on the Micron. Impressive. Here's your pullback on the Nvidia here for you to go for round 2 or round 3. SMCI, same thing. Round 94 and around 96, I guess you could
More
call
like it. That's more like it.
European Airlines, Turkish Airlines raising staff salaries by 50%.
You got Uber seeing a little repeat buying March 80s, I think. Stay still, you rat bastard. March. There's a couple different lines there. I can't catch up. Where'd it go?
Just
March
capitulate.
monthly 80s. And it looks like some action for next week as well, Uber.
I mean, that thing still hasn't come off from the motherfucking highs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, there was a little bit of a breather there over the
it's
past week or so.
It's incredible.
No sellers whatsoever.
Nice little move in Netflix here this morning, too.
Yep. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. There goes your pop on the SMCI here. Remember, the SMCI is significantly off its recent highs. Question is how much of a move up are you really going to get? If you take a look at some of the oil names here, they're starting to pull back here. No surprise. Pieces of shit they are.
They just, they trade more like real stocks right now. There's no excitement there. It's just back and fill and back
That's
and
horrible.
fill.
Who wants that? That's horrible.
Right now, it's a lot of smoother trips elsewhere.
Somebody bought some weeklies here for the Nvidia here, 810s, but that was 2 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. Here, somebody's buying 810s again, same line, 200,000. So this looks like a shoe in here. This looks like a shoe in here. Check out the SMCI. Same shit. Same shit. Same shit. SMCI 914 now. It's rock.
The options are brutal. And when the price on the bid changes as quickly as you blink your eye, it's not fun.
Pretty quick, huh?
It's literally just flashes.
You got some repeat action. They could be rolling. This is another one like the Micron and WDC. This is probably the best one of the bunch. STX Seagate Technology.
Oh, good old Seagate.
Shit.
Look
Because
at
I want to
that.
give him the. I want to give him the.
Oops. Oh, they have earnings the 21st of March. You got a nice size bet in ACN Accenture. That stock's a beast. Earnings
If you
March
give him phone
21st.
number. Go. SMCI, man, doing the work. 20 points. Oof. Impressive, yo.
Blue Magic.
Blue Magic, baby.
What do you say? I don't care if you call that shit. What do you say?
I don't care if you call that shit. Damn, I remember. I don't remember that. What did he say?
You can call it whatever. Just don't fucking. That's a great scene.
Fucking SMCI is gone. Channel guy is saying anybody in it in what, bro? What are we in?
Anybody in it to win it?
What are we in? SMCI now doing its own thing here. Really, Avgo. Jesus. Broadcom 13 fucking 60. Your shit is disgusting.
Oh, I like it.
That shit is disgusting here. You said you scalped what like a piker, bro? You still haven't said what? Oh, SMH. I thought SMH was shaking my head. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. Channel guy is saying options I bought at 970 are at 25 now. I sold for 150 bucks. Fucking piker I am. You're not a piker. It's just you're a man that's coming off of some losses, and you know you gotta. Oh, it's SMCI now, bro. You the fucking herb, bro.
Hug the dog. Go hug the dog. If you don't have one, go get one. Jesus will rent you one
I
for
could
the
get you one.
weekend.
I got connections. Repeat bet Estee Lauder. We've been seeing some buying in this thing. EL. CLS, that's a good looking name too. I think that's on the AI list, infrastructure or whatever. You got a repeat bet. Celestica.
Wow. Jake, I am not. Are you in LRCX?
This too, Estee Lauder, the problem is the cyclicality and I think China exposure.
GP Raver's asking anyone know when S&P inclusions are announced? Don't they do them randomly? Jesus, what? When
I
is there a
honestly,
specific
I
time?
don't know if there's a specific time. but
Nice, Jake.
I heard there was some chatter with PLTRs that might be coming up. I don't know, today or whatever.
What is root? ROOT.
Oh, got it. You guys see the score Ed in the steam room made on that thing? You have no idea.
What is this thing?
God only knows.
Is it that Canadian clothing company?
I don't know what the
No.
hell it is.
No.
It's like insurance or some shit, I think.
Huh.
What the
Big
fuck?
short position though. Huge short position.
Oh, it's getting squeezed. It's insurance. What kind?
No clue. This thing was a piece of garbage. This was a Reddit play back in the day. You know, the meme stocks and all that shit.
What?
Wow, they're buying more of this JMIA.
Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima. Thing was left for dead
Look
for
at this thing.
a long
Yeah.
time.
This is obviously all squeezed because this thing is another piece of shit.
Yep. Oh, your Instacart is still going, Jay.
Yeah, it looks good.
Apple here, fresh lows. Yeah, this Instacart. There was some flow here. You called out yesterday on it, right?
Yeah. To Ranchero's point, though, there's been flow for a week or two now, you know, steady flow. But yesterday they hit it hard.
Yeah.
Micron May 100s they're adding to here.
Yeah, and remember, they were buying May 130s
That's
on that
the
Micron.
May 130s. I don't think you could get any further up on the strikes there.
That's probably why they bought that. Probably why they fucking bought it.
That's fucking Micron. Props to Sahil. I think he bought this thing when it was quiet. This thing caught some nice action, but you pointed out, Luch, it wasn't the easiest thing to trade. You know, you had to sit through some choppy times in it from time to time. But now they're starting to get attention, these things. Obviously. But yeah, I like it. I mean, Micron, you know, we've seen what it can do when it gets hot. DLR, this is the data center again, AI play, right?
DLR. Wow.
Nobody has no. How would you ever think it, right? Nobody thinks
Yeah.
it. We don't do that type of homework, but it's got AI hands on it.
Oh, Palo Alto is sagging. Peconic. A class action lawsuit filed against them, seeking recovery for investors. That's normal after a quarter like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I would say keep an eye on that. And if Nancy comes out of it, it's one thing. If she puts more in, I'll tell you another story too.
This Micron is fucking
She puts
gone.
more in. We might have to mortgage
I
houses.
was going to say it's never going to go perfectly.
This Micron is fucking gone. Guys,
Yeah.
we got 7 minutes left here before we move into the steam room. Do yourself a favor here. Get your butt in there. That way you can spend the whole day with the three of us. And with many other traders. Some of them are fucking monsters. You're going to want to meet them. And it's a great community. Nice add-on to your live stream experience here. It'll just cost you $8 to get a subscription to the Steam Room for 2 weeks.
April's. And what are they? They sold puts in this DLR. I'm trying to see. This DLR is a play on data centers.
Yeah.
And that is hot. So when that starts to get out into mainstream and retail and all that, they'll probably inhale this thing. So it probably has huge upside. Let me see. I'm trying to see what lines, because there's been flow in this thing before with some time.
Cole Youngmark.
VWAP here.
I see the dump on the AMD. Cole Youngmark here lottoed some 10-cent fucking 177.5 puts off the open on that Apple here. He's getting a double on these things.
Very nice.
TTTT saying you get to use all tools for the trial period. Absolutely, you get to use all the tools. The only thing we won't allow you to do is talk
Run your
for
mouth.
2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, though, you're free to talk. And again, TTT,
Maybe.
this is also so I don't have to sit here and listen to you call me Sanga for for 2 weeks in a fucking row. You know, these important protocols here that we have to.
They
abide
love their
by.
Senga.
Love
We
that
gotta-
Senga.
gotta-
Senka. That's like the coffee. Isn't that coffee?
Senka?
Senka, right? Senka.
Important protocols. All right.
You got some adding in Taiwan, semi-TSM,
Man,
more.
that's beasting.
TSMC, they just added calls on this TSM, which is 160s out to fucking August. I mean, again, the Mays are getting lit up for Micron, so this is all, this is all looking to go higher here. SPY, if you notice, just hit fresh highs. So this is, we are now officially at the previous highs, which we hit on the 23rd of February, which was a couple of weeks ago.
Who's texting me? You got a little more Rambus.
With the US FDA, they're releasing briefing materials ahead of the March 5th vote-back meeting. They're discussing the selection.
Amazon quietly having a nice day here.
Oh, yeah?
For the 2024-2025
I didn't even see that today.
season.
And there goes SPY.
Briefing materials from the FDA are likely to impact several major names, including Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, GlaxoSmithKline, Merck, and others.
I think Avgo just got a couple sweeps. Where did that go?
Brazil, Finland highlighted there's room for more.
210s. Oh, those are same day Expo 1370s. That's what is that? Another 30, 40 bucks?
If you sneeze, it'll be there.
I know. Fucking crazy ass stocks.
Oil here making another.
Lucci's lost for words.
I know.
Oil here making another run here. If you take a look at CNQ here, it's continuing to run. This fucking market, man, is full on retard, bro.
Yeah.
I might go get some fucking food, man, and
Food? That's what it makes you think of food?
that's what it makes me think of. Yeah.
You can't go full tard.
Well, the thing is, it's like if you don't make $1 million, you just want to eat, and then just get the Ozempic injection, bro.
That's the system.
I wonder how it makes you feel. Like I wonder what the, you know what I mean? Like what is it? Does it change some chemical? And the way that you, for example, I'll give you an example, right? You eat fast food. How does it make you feel? Anybody? How does it make you feel? Jesus, how does it make you feel, Ron Shero?
It tastes good, and then you got to go to the bathroom before you shit yourself.
Okay, but I'm talking about mentally. What does it make you want to do? Does it
mentally?
make you want to do? Does it make you want to do some shit? Does it make you want to sit in
No.
front of the TV? Does it make you
Yeah.
lazy? Does it make you, you know what I'm saying? Does it
Yep.
make you? I don't know.
It
I
makes you-
feel first of all, I don't eat a ton of fast food, but when I go, it's like In-N-Out Burger, and after I eat an In-N-Out Burger, I feel fucking satisfied and fucking happy because I love that shit. It's
Okay,
so good.
Okay.
so good.
All right. Rizzo is saying fast food makes you feel amazing for 20 minutes and shitty for 2 hours. Makes me feel guilty. Delgado was saying TTT saying feel lazy, sleepy. Yeah, man. Like if after I eat fast food, I want to just sit in front of the TV and watch like fucking a movie that I've seen 90 million times, like already. You know what I'm saying? So, so I wonder what Blue Magic would have you making, have you feel.
I don't think you could even finish it on Blue Magic.
Well, yeah, you
supposedly.
couldn't. Yeah, you could.
You know?
Double
you'd wanna-
animal style with pepper
Yeah.
and cheese and
Like you would get
and
sick,
water, and you're
supposedly.
good
Yeah,
to go.
you'd want to throw up. Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
want to throw up.
You know,
For
it's like smoking cigarettes on the patch or some shit. You know, you get like
For sure.
nauseous, I guess.
You gotta choose your fast food carefully, I think.
Yeah, it's true.
EDR, that's the whatchamacallit play. Where's GJT? He knows the scoop there. There's M&A chatter around it. Elliot David Robert, May 25, they swept.
You know, I might just have to go get a double animal style with pepperoncinis for lunch today. Now that you brought it up,
Oof, you're gonna be shitting yourself by halftime.
by halftime.
Yeah, lunchtime. You could eat that now, I'm saying?
No, I said that would be for lunch. I don't even know what time they open.
Oh,
up.
Lucci's talking about getting food right now. He's got his eyes
Oh,
on.
he's
He's got his eyes on a boiled egg and pickle. You know,
yeah.
he's licking his chops. Lucci's licking his chops. That boiled egg and pickle are looking mighty tasty right now. See,
Channel
I'd
guy.
rather honestly. That's my problem. My problem is if I had to eat that shit, I'd rather starve. I just starve to death. I just,
Well,
you know.
there you go. Maybe
So
that's
if I was going to go on a diet, like I want to look good, I'm back in my prime type thing, right? I'm single and ready. I'd probably just starve myself as opposed to eating boiled
see,
egg.
you don't go on a
All right,
diet.
all right, all
Change
right.
your
We're
eating
moving.
habits.
We are moving over to the steam room. Everybody wants to enjoy
We're a
the
little
Friday
off
with us. Come over to the steam room here. We'll see y'all later here. Have a good
Peace.
weekend.
Laters.